So the High Ones devour our consciousnesses. Now that's what I call ironic. Maybe Koarik and his free people do become part of these higher beings they so adore after all. We should tell them. Maybe they'll be so delighted that they will abandon the siege and sail right back to Nera.
Spare us your jests. Archmagister, how long will you need to decipher the map? Archmagister?
I don't know. A couple of days, at least. I should start right away. Excuse me.
What is wrong with him?
Jaela was his mentor during his novitiate. But he will get over it. He has to. You did well, Prophet. Despite the complications, the mission was a complete success.
A complete success? What in blazes has happened to you, Tila?
Nothing. And now is not the time for quarreling.
Jaela is dead, Tila. Just like Jorek. Jorek for the name of the gods. And none of this would have happened if we had just given Quarik this idiotic machine. Please, Tila, if my opinion means anything to you, let go of this madness.
I don't care about your opinion. Jorek was a traitor, and Jaela gave her life for something greater than herself. But the latter in particular seems to be something you cannot relate to. Now, silence. I've had enough of your attempts to hinder our mission. Back to the topic at hand. Sharon, what do you make of Jaela's plan to use the word of the dead to enter a High One's mind? I always thought it only enabled its user to relive the last memories of the deceased.
Well, if the High Ones are made of a collective subconsciousness, they are different in that regard. They consist only of memories, and a lot of them. That is, of course, if the Magistra's theory about them is true.
Forgive my interruption, but having seen the Starling's murals, I would say it is. Mankind ascends to become a High One. This is what the cleansing really is.
Then it might work. Used on a High One, the word of the dead could allow us to enter its spirit.
We will take the risk. The walls still hold against Korik's armies, but we need to hurry. As soon as the Arcanists have figured out the map, we will set out to find this city of 1,000 floods. If you have any unfinished business to attend to, you should do it now. Many things will be decided by what's to come. I feel it. Ah, and the apothecarius said that the mercenary will live. He's in the Cararium, in case you want to pay a visit.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing. Yes, it makes sense. Pathlessness, wherever you look, where
Yes.
is this supposed to lead?
Yes. Koarek will not dare sending his troops straight against our walls. That would be tactical suicide. For now, we are safe.
Time really does fly by.
However, the red madness is getting worse by the minute. The cleansing is closing in. I can feel it.
Is it now? Remind me not to burst into tears.
The same I thought before. They are our enemies, and they want to destroy us. I do not care about their motives, even though I have to admit that knowing their true nature is a disquieting thought. An entity created from the collective consciousness of a civilization. Something like that should not be allowed to exist.
That's beyond me.
You know, I know Natara better than you might believe. And I know the reason for her untouchable demeanor. Fear. She's afraid of losing something important to her. Something that she helped to create, and that is the Order. You probably do not know this, but unlike most keepers, Natara was not born of the Sublime Path. Even more than us, she had to fight for her place here. And through immense willpower and discipline, she made it. Not only to become an ordinary keeper, but into the highest league. Correct. It is all she has ever lived for, and she's afraid that change will destroy it. Your admission into our ranks, our truce with Narazul's mages. She believes that my imprisonment made me into a fool whose only intent is to get his will. She does not realize that all that has happened burdens me as much as it burdens her. And that I would give a lot for her support, rather than this ridiculous bickering. Everybody needs someone to back them up from time to time. You know, as humans, we are not so different from animals as some try to make us believe. We are like wolves, and every pack needs a leader. Someone in front who is not afraid to make the hard calls. And this is who I am. I did not ask for it, but I will not fail. If my resolve weakens, the others will lose their courage, and I cannot let that happen. But that does not mean that I regret any of the decisions I have made. None of them. That's none of your concern, but I presume you have your assumptions.
I can't believe Sigil Tar betrayed us, not him.
The product.
Yes.
Move along.
Now, isn't this a surprise? The world's nearing its end, yet the Prophet takes the time to pay me a visit. What do you need? It does what most injuries do. Hurts. But I'm a lot better, thanks for asking. Truth be told, just lying around here doing nothing's what's bothering me the most at the moment. Oh my, you make it sound so dramatic. I don't think this will be the end, though. Say what you want about this place, but it'll be a long time before Korak's men break through. The apothecarius said I might even be able to help if I rest for just a few more hours. Just be careful, all right? And find the Numinos.
Walk bl-
Yeah, as if.
Oh shit. Greetings.
Monsieur?
And so the circle closes, as it does for these three virtuous souls we are mourning today. But fear not, for they gave their life for a just cause, for the greater
I just don't
good,
see the fucking
and
point.
will thus be
Greetings.
walking on the endless paths forever, together with our Lord Malthus. Magistra Jailer, keeper of the third sigil and master of the archives. Stalwyn Willowsong, keeper of the first sigil, and Legion Lightman Novice. May the Lord receive your souls today and grant you that you may walk the paths for eternity.
Oh, just shut up, won't you? As if you believe any of this yourself.
Keeper, you...
Malthus is dead. Our Lord is dead. And if even he could not last through the ages, how is he supposed to lead us along the eternal paths? A dead god?
Take her away.
Yes, just go on. Close your eyes and pretend that none of this is happening. It's what you've always been good at. The cleansing is our punishment, don't you see? The punishment because we failed the Lightborn. That we let someone kill them. And the High Ones will take us all. Do you hear me? They will take us all.
Keep going.
But...
Keep going!
Magistra Jailer, keeper of the third sigil and master of the archives. Stalwyn Willowsong, keeper of the first sigil, and Legion Lightman Novice. May the Lord receive your souls today and grant you that you may walk the paths for eternity.
Greetings.
My sir, do you have a moment? I think the two of us could do business together.
Monsieur?
feel. Observe, don't feel. We're watching you, sleeper. Always. Bloody fools. Just had to play the hero, didn't you?
Ahoy! Relata Shira, sleeper.
What do you want? To conquer me?
My servant.
Keep walking.
Should have placed.
Come to
bed.
There you are. Very well. Nice place, isn't it? While the Neramis are in front of our gates, the people down here are bashing each other's heads in, and the crowd is cheering them on.
I'll fucking crush you. So many fights, so little money.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't care what people do down here for their amusement. Be that as it may, I finished reconstructing the Planeswalker. It was expensive and arduous, but the result turned out better than expected. In a safe place. Come along.
Move along. rats.
What do you want? Cock at me? Just leave. Please.
From every corner down here, don't they? Either way, here it is. The Planeswalker. Your knowledge of geometrical shapes is truly impressive. No, it's more than a cube. You'll see. Correct. But in order for it to do that, we need to activate it first. See those 3 crystal fragments worked into the casing? Well observed. Essentially, the Planeswalker creates a distortion in reality. Imagine the following. When you cast a fireball, this fireball is coming from another eventuality, correct? Accelerated heat you conjure right into your fingertips. While you're doing this, there's a brief moment in time where the door between this eventuality and our world stands ajar. Magic means being able to bring elements from other eventualities into ours, as though they are coming from another room. However, to access this room, no matter how briefly, one needs to open a door to it. That's what we call a rift. Good. The problem is that this rift normally exists for only a split second. And this is where the Planeswalker comes into play. It maintains the rift the moment we create it. Yes, I will cast the spell, but I will need to borrow from your strength. You'll see why. No more than any advanced spell, but I have ambrosia with me, so fever shouldn't be a problem. In a moment. Once the rift is open, we'll only have a limited amount of time, so 3 things in advance. First of all, according to Dalmaric, planeswalking is extremely dangerous. Well, he thinks that an eventuality recognizes irregularities after a certain amount of time, and corrects them. In other words, massive arcane fever and a brain hemorrhage. So we'll have very little time over there. Secondly, the further an eventuality is located from our strand, the less time we can stay in it. Realities in which Vin doesn't even exist would correct us the moment we step through the rift. I doubt it. Trying to counteract an eventuality with ambrosia is probably as helpful as putting a warm compress around your neck after someone has decapitated you. How should I know? One would have to experiment to find that out. And considering what's at stake, I think that's a bad idea. Well, let me put it this way. I'd actually prefer to go through the rift by myself, but knowing you, I doubt you'd stay behind. But, and this is important, once we're there, please don't follow me. Look around, explore the area, do whatever you feel like doing, but let me carry out my task in peace. Please. It involves a person who was once very important to me. Are you satisfied, or do I need to pour out my whole heart to you? Good. Then let's waste no more time, shall we? Here, take this and cast it at my command. Do it from... wait. Yes, from over there. Let's begin. It worked. By the name of the sun. It worked. It actually worked. Hira, the Siras Islands, a few miles from the shore near Al-Rashim. You feel it too, don't you? The fever? It is. It must be the eventuality trying to correct us, just as Dalmarek said it would. In other words, the clock is ticking. One close to our strand, yes. Another version of Vin. Forgive me. Frankly, I had doubts until the very end whether this would really work. All this, it's incredible. Look for someone. Prophet, thank you. I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with, but this, it means a lot to me. Give me 10 minutes, will you? Take a look around, do what you will, but be careful. Yes, you will.
liked it. What do you think, love?
It was magnificent. We'll make a great bard out of you yet.
Really?
Really. And you know what? Because you did so well, I'll tell you a secret.
What is it?
It's a secret, so I can only tell you and not Mommy. Come over here and I'll tell you.
Hey, that's not fair.
Nothing in the world is fair, love. So, Princess, what do you say?
Okay.
Just a little closer. The secret is... the tickle monster is hungry again!
You two. Do you want to know another secret? The little princess is way past her bedtime already, and she knows it. Because I have told her before.
Alright, I'm going.
Look how she's grown. Time really does fly, doesn't it?
No argument there. I'll finish the letter, okay? You go upstairs and get some sleep. You've earned it.
Okay. Don't be too long, alright?
Don't worry, I won't. Hey, I love you.
I love you too, Maya. You just had to do it, didn't you? Well observed. Yes. Yes, I do. Huh? I'm afraid I've changed my mind. I'm staying. How touching. My daughter, and my wife, Naya. The man that world out there made me into. I never wanted to be like him. All I wanted was to live a normal life, like the Juzlan of this world gets to. But that's just the way of things. The world doesn't care what you want. It decides. We endure. Yes, I did. Does it matter? They're gone. Dead. Buried under the sand of the Red Desert. End of story. Not here. I don't want them to find my body. Spare me the pathos. The dead are dead, and what they would have wanted is irrelevant. Though it might amuse you to know that, until recently, I would have agreed with you. But that was before I saw this. It opened my eyes. And you'll have to force me. Never mind. I'll just wait. You're all right. I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me. Yes, so am I. the house, their voices, it was simply too much to bear. I must ask your forgiveness. Of course I did. I don't know. Maybe I thought it would help me to see them, provide closure. Or maybe it was just the desire to see what might have been, as painful as it was. You've also lost people. Wouldn't you have done the same? Just as I thought. I do not want to talk about it. You've learned much about me in these past few hours. Leave me this last bit of privacy as a refuge. Good question. But now that I have done what I set out to do, I will tell the Grand Master and the Archmagister about it. Maybe they can put it to good use. Though, frankly, I doubt it. The ether crystal has lost its power, and it'll be next to impossible to find a new one in the little time we have left at our disposal. And even if Heranthiel can get his hands on another one, the correction happens far too fast for us to gain worthwhile information about the cycle from other realities. But I'll leave the choice to him. I know. I am grateful that you saved me. Now that I'm back here, I know that staying would have been the wrong choice. Still, I don't regret doing what we did. It showed me something. I believe that concludes our business, does it not? Thank you again. Here, this is the least I can give you for your efforts. I will see you back at the temple. There's a lot that needs doing.